what's happening, folks? Welcome into Sports and More. If this is your first time watching, let me say thank you. If you're a loyal subscriber, I want to say thank you for your support. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Today, we are going to be talking about the University of Michigan football. It's year 5, folks. Year 5 of the Jim Harbaugh experience at Michigan, and it's going horribly. I'm making this video for all my Michigan friends, and I got plenty of Michigan friends. Look, I feel for you guys, because look, it's one thing to have a bad team, but at least, if they're competitive, you can handle it. But it's another thing to know that your team is going to get its butt whooped. And that's where we are when we talk Michigan Wolverine football, and the upper echelon teams. The Wisconsins, the Ohio States, if they ever played Clemson or Alabama or any of those teams, they don't have a shot. And the thing is, this is year 5 of Jim Harbaugh. And everyone thought that Jim Harbaugh was going to be, walk in and just, be some great coach and stuff. And he's been a really good recruiter. He's gotten the recruits. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what his deal is. At Stanford, he could coach, obviously. Now Stanford has a higher, let's just say their kids are smarter. They're higher up on the educational and brain power side. And the Michigan kids are probably stronger physically, But I think, and that's not to say that any of the Michigan kids are not smart. I'm not saying that, so please don't misconstrue my words. I'm just saying that the kids at Stanford have to be smart to get into, have to be elite level smart to get into the school. And maybe that's why Harbaugh dealt so well with those guys, and they responded so well with him. And also he had, he's had really good players. And that's the thing. I look at this team, and Devin Peoples-Jones looks like he could be a good player, but it's hard to tell because the quarterback is so bad that you don't know what you have. I do know this. They don't have any running backs. I do know this. Their offensive line is crap. That should not be. Not after 5 years. you should have, a senior-laden offensive line by now. Especially with the way he's recruited. So it comes down to coaching for me. And it's a real simple question I have for you guys. And just leave your answers in the comment section below. Is Jim Harbaugh, do you want him around? Do you want them to start looking for a new coach? Is Harbaugh the problem? Is Harbaugh the solution? Is he the guy that's going to get this team right? Because he's on his 5th year. And it doesn't look like they're getting any closer to being right. Hell, Brady Hoke had more success than Jim Harbaugh. That's pretty crazy to think about. Michigan has had Rich Rod, Brady Hoke, and now Harbaugh. And then, of course, way back they had Carr for all those years. So the 3 most recent coaches have not done well, and the current coach is on a bad trajectory. You see what I'm saying? He's not bringing the program up. He's bringing the program either even or slightly downward. And that's not a good thing. Because Michigan's paying him a lot of money. And they're getting nothing in return on their investment. Nothing but, the same old after game press conference. Oh, we're out coached. We're outplayed. We're out this. We're out that. Eventually the buck stops with you, Harbaugh. And look, I'm not calling for the man to be fired. I don't know. I'm not a Michigan fan. Not like that. Not to where I'm going to call for the coach to be fired. But I'm doing this for my Michigan fans. Because I have a lot of Michigan fans, real good friends who are Michigan fans. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. What is up? Do you want Harbaugh around? Is this experiment done and over? Will this experiment... how much longer are we going to keep going with this? Is basically my question. Because I don't see any saving grace. I thought possibly the McCaffrey kid would be, but then Harbaugh puts him in, and he just gets, totally annihilated by a Wisconsin player. And now you got to start wondering, is that kid going to be all right long term? Because that was a heck of a concussion. And not only do you have to worry about a concussion, but from that hit, you also have to worry about his neck, because it looked like he also could have really injured his neck on that play. But I thought McCaffrey might be the one saving grace, and then he comes in and gets hit like that, and then you're right back to Patterson, and we know who Patterson is, okay? We've seen this guy for how many years now? 3? and he's just another guy. He's not a star. He's not even close to being on that level. He's just a guy who can once in a while make some throws. Once in a while he'll show you a glimpse, but he's not consistent to be any sort of, upper tier college quarterback. And I don't know if Michigan has that player in their program. And for 5 years of recruiting, you would think that Michigan would have a couple of those guys. And you would think that Michigan, like I said, all the way around, from offensive line to running back to tight end to receiver, and then the whole other side of the ball defensively, you would think that they would have some studs. Now last year they did have Devin Bush, and they did have the other kid that got drafted. Sorry, I'm blanking on his name right now, but they had a couple guys who were that, but 2 guys out of 11 out of 22 is really missing the mark when you're trying to compete for championships. And like I said, the worst part about it is going to play a team who's really good, like Wisconsin, at their house, and essentially knowing that you don't have a chance. I mean, that is really the issue here. I mean, you should always have a shot, especially. Look, I don't buy into all these 5-star recruits and all the recruiting stuff, because I've seen teams with 2, 3, 4-star recruits that are really good, that are championship good. Now, it's not to say that the Alabamas and the Clemsons and but you gotta look at this also, like Florida State and USC and many powerhouse college football factories have consistently been getting high-level prospects, 4-star, 5-star, all that jazz, and they go nowhere. And why is that? Well, it has to be either the players suck or the coaches aren't coaching right, or aren't putting them in a system where they can play up to their capability. Fitting square pegs in round holes doesn't work. It just doesn't work. We see it over and over again. So, yeah, I say this is on Harbaugh. Like I say, I'm not calling for his job. That's up to my Michigan fans. I don't know how you feel about it. If you want him out, whatever you feel about this Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines as a whole, drop your takes down in the comments section. Let me know, and yeah, it's been too long, and I think it's sad that that my Michigan friends, Michigan fans who are friends of mine, have had to, put up with this stuff. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Till next time, peace.